Jess here, and welcome to our final AQA paper to the challenge of resource management video. And today we're talking food. That's one of the option sections, and we're going to be focusing on these things: the demand for food resources globally, leading to conflict and insecurity, and the strategies that are being used to increase food supply globally. So get your revision materials ready, and we're going to start by talking about the global food challenge. So we know our global population is increasing, and we will have over 9 billion people by 2050. But these 9 billion people have different demands. We are wanting more meat, we are wanting more dairy, and this is placing greater pressure on a landscape that's already being affected by climate change, droughts, flooding, conflict. And of course, we're exposed to changing price fluctuations as a result of those conflicts. So we're facing a more unstable time when it comes to our food. This leads to food insecurity, which is defined as people do not have regular access to enough safe and nutritious food. A really good example of this is South Sudan. We're seeing huge amounts of price fluctuations and riots resulting from the lack of food there, the lack of food security, particularly because of conflict, because of drought due to climate shocks, and disrupted aid supplies because of the civil war that has raged there. So we're talking about some of the worst food security in the world. This is even leading to people leaving South Sudan in search of food elsewhere and a more stable food supply. So what can we do about this? Well, there are lots of technologies that we are developing to boost our global food supply, one of which is hydroponics and aeroponics. So these sort of high-tech methods. So that's actually farming without soils. Use of GM crops, genetically modified crops, which are more resilient to disease and pests and droughts that can survive difficult times. Appropriate technologies, and even things like fair trade, making sure that our farmers receive a fair price for their produce. We've also got things like the Blue Revolution, the growth in fish farming, appropriate technologies like the universal nutsheller and the hippo roller, and the Green Revolution, the introduction of the IR8 rice crop in India. So can we farm on a bigger scale? Well, a really good case study here is that of Almería in Spain, where 30,000 hectares in South Spain have been covered with plastic greenhouses to boost the growing season to all year round production. And this is extremely successful. We're leading to much more fruits and vegetables, tomatoes in particular, being produced hydroponically, leading to growth in jobs, but also a strain on water resources and an increase in plastic waste. So what about a more local scale? Can we farm locally? Yes, we can. And in Makueni County in Kenya, NGOs like Sandams UK and Just a Drop have been investing in small scale appropriate technologies like sand dams. These are designed to trap sand behind a dam, usually built with concrete and wood. And in that sand, the water is contained in the rainy season. When it gets to the dry season, the water is kept from evaporation by being contained in the sand. And it means local farmers and people can use the water from there to irrigate their crops and the land nearby. This has proved incredibly successful, boosting food security, boosting water quality, reducing disease, particularly in children, and even allowing farmers to grow more to sell and actually making a profit and an income, a much more sustainable practice. Okay, that's the end of our video. Answer these questions, pause the video if you need to. Thank you so much for watching today, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon for some more Mums Geography.